quote-unquote fantastic Mr. Fox. And if they aren't completely knocked out and dazzled and kind of intimidated by me, then I don't feel good about myself.
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
It's us. We're
Welcome back. Yeah.
All of our fans are so pleased.
You mean Mom?
Mom, if you're listening, hello. It's your son.
All right. So, what movie are we doing?
This movie called Fantastic Mr. Fox. Yeah,
where?
I know.
And I don't mean I mean like, oh boy, because if
where do we even start?
If we unleash you, like, you're just gonna ramble. I would like to start here, if you're okay with starting here. I found it on Disney Plus.
That is really, it feels too good to be on Disney Plus, you know?
I can see that. And I also thought you may have, like, here's the existential conundrum that Fantastic Mr. Fox introduces. A great movie that you love, a director you love, on a company that you want to boycott. Like, are you okay watching something you love on a company you want to boycott? Like, you're alright with that?
I mean, yeah, it's not really that big of a deal. I don't really care that much, but I watched it on my DVD.
I was gonna say, you own this like multiple ways, right? I can't believe we don't own it digitally. I really thought we owned it digitally. So I almost bought
it. We have it on Disney Plus. We have it on like a crappy DVD that I got once.
Right.
And then we have it on the really good one that I have here.
Mm-hmm. I would like to ask you, well, we could do multiple things. Like, do you want to rank your top 3 movies? Like, ranking is always so much fun. And then I would like to ask why this one is so high. But maybe let's start with ranking. Actually, I have your ranking.
So number 1, Fantastic Mr. Fox. Number 2, Fantastic Mr. Fox. Number 3, probably Fantastic Mr. Fox, but it's close with Fantastic Mr. Fox.
I'm looking for your ranking of your movies when you were like 12 years old. You gave me this.
Oh man, it's gonna be something.
So why is this one so high? Like, why do you love this?
Well, multiple reasons. I didn't really grow up.
That's not even a fair question, is it? Like, can you like narrow it down to a
try to narrow it down a little bit. I didn't really grow up watching this movie, but I remember seeing the trailer for it on one of the DVDs that I had.
Okay.
And I kind of like fell in love with it in middle school, and then it just kind of like, I don't know, became really special to me, and I watched it a whole lot. I just love the animation, like it's so nice to look at, and the dry humor, like it's dry and absurdist at the same time. And this is my first Wes Anderson movie. Like, I hadn't seen any Wes Anderson before I watched this, so I really like that guy. Yeah, this movie is just really special to me, and honestly, I get, like, every time I watch it, I laugh just as much, and I'm just as like emotionally moved. Like during that last scene when he makes like the speech, which works on multiple levels. Like, it's funny, but also like it gives me chills. Like, you know.
Yeah.
Even these apples look fake.
Oh,
but at least they've got stars on them.
I wrote multiple things down here. If you want me to pull that one out from the end. They say this, but at least the apples aren't fake, or they look fake, but at least they have stars on them. And then at his very last line, at least we'll eat together. Like that, there's such a community aspect, right? There's such a like, we're gonna die together kind of feel. Toy Story 3 going in.
Another one of my favorites.
Yeah, I know it is. Would you like me to quickly say your rankings from when you were
probably like 13?
This was in, so this had to be updated because this one says 2020, but I don't think that's when it began. Like, I wish I would have put a date on here. It had to be before 2020, but
was this when we were like in the restaurant?
I think so. Me and you and Caleb were having appetizers, and we started ranking movies. I'll go your very quickly. I'll do your top 10. You ready? Number 10
I'm
is
bracing
Lego Movie.
myself. Okay.
Number 9 is Star Wars: Return of the Jedi.
Ooh, good one.
Number 8, number 8 is Dora and the
What?
Lost City of Dora.
I don't understand what my fascination with that was.
Oh, you loved that thing so much. Number 7 is Star Wars: The Force Awakens.
Really?
Yeah. Number
Come on, me.
6, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. I think that one
Right.
held up. Yep.
Yeah, that one, I still love that one.
Number 5 is Back to
Oh
the
boy.
Future 3. Yeah.
3. Is it higher than
Number
1?
Yeah, apparently. There's no other Back to the Futures out here. Just Back to the Future
What?
3. All right,
Wow, that's
you
very
loved that one, I
different.
guess. Here's some okay, so almost from here on out, your comic book love comes into play here. You
Spider-Man
have
3 is gonna be on there.
Amazing Spider-Man 2 at number 4. You have
That's
Spider-Man
embarrassing.
3 at
Yeah,
number 3.
the two best ones.
Yep. You have Star Wars:
Everybody
Revenge of the
agrees.
Sith at number 2. And Avengers Endgame at number 1.
uh,
How about that? Yeah. That's
that
a little trip
is,
down memory lane for you. That has
yeah,
changed.
that's something else.
That has
Yeah,
changed. Yeah.
my taste is very different.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. Do you
My
want to walk through the plot of the movie, or should we walk through like the what I took as notes, and then you can do your tangents on each one of them?
well,
Or do
to
you
give
want
a
to?
brief to give a brief overview, Fantastic Mr. Fox is based off a book by Roald Dahl. It's
I
about a
never know how to say
fox.
his name correctly.
Yeah, I don't think I
Roll,
said it right
roll,
just then.
roll.
Roald Dahl,
Yeah.
Dahl.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
He steals food from these farmers uh, to feed his family. Yep.
You're horrible at summarizing things.
Okay,
You don't do well on book studies or on book reports, do you?
if
Or
you're listening to this, you should probably have watched the movie. So you
spoiler
probably,
alert!
if
Oh,
you've watched the movie,
you know what
you
it's
know what it's
about.
about.
Yeah, what you're
So
really here for is listening to us make jokes about things. I'm sure that's why they're here, or why
listening to our beautiful voices
mom is
with the
listening
highest quality
because
audio.
yeah, she wants us to bond. I think that's why. Yeah, for sure.
Aw.
Yeah. Here, I want to start here with saying on the beginning of the movie, the Davy Crockett opening.
Oh, so
Do you know
good.
what I'm talking about? So he's listening to his headphones. We have a
Hmm.
picture of him, and we're kind of looking up at him, thus establishing this is the guy, right? Like he's on a hill. We're looking up at him. Yeah, all that
I
kind of
never
good
even
stuff.
thought about that.
Yep. But
I
what's
love
your
that.
familiarity? Oh, go ahead.
I love that opening shot. It's so pretty to look at.
Oh
Like
yeah,
the
very
the sets
artistic,
they
right?
build is so good.
Oh yeah, yeah. We have to at some point. You got to explain what you know from a movie making standpoint. Like, what
So
is this? What is
I just
this? Like,
watched the movie with commentary
okay,
earlier today.
and
So Wes Anderson talked about a lot about how he made the movie, and that was pretty cool.
so it's not quite claymation, right? Like, it's not. What's that other one you used to like? Wallace and Gromit kind
Hmm.
of thing, but obviously like a pioneer feel. Is that what Wes
Hmm.
Anderson was going for? Like,
I bet
this
you're
is
right.
the guy. This is he's pioneering something. He's setting out on an adventure or something like
You know,
that.
I never even thought about that. I just thought the sound of the song really set the vibe, but yeah,
Oh
it could
yeah,
be thematically tying in as well.
and maybe whether he expected us to know some of that or not, I suppose. But
Hmm.
um, then I thought, can I jump to the next one? To the
Yeah.
next thing. So then I thought we're introduced to his wife, and immediately we're kind of shown not like a struggle between the two, but kind of a maybe different life view because he
Hmm.
asks. he says, "Do you want to take the scenic route or the shortcut?" And she says the shortcut, and he says, "Ah, shoot, I kind of want to go the scenic route." And I feel like that just
Fine, we can take
is
the scenic route.
that's the movie, isn't it? Like the whole movie
Right.
is the
He
scenic
doesn't,
route.
and part of the thing with Mr. Fox's character is he doesn't listen to people.
Right.
Like, he's
Yep.
just kind of like in his own head.
Very much
Like,
so.
I'd rather take the scenic route. Fine, we can take the scenic route. Good.
Yep.
The scenic route's slightly quicker anyway.
So is that selfishness or is that like, I guess what is that? Because that's like there's some selfishness obviously, but there's also like a he thinks he knows better. He's got his mind made up already kind of thing. I guess
Right.
I'm seeing character flaws in him that I probably exhibit as well. But like the idea that before I even ask you
I already
what we're
have the
gonna
answer.
do, I already have the answer, right? That kind of character, definitely.
I feel like part of what draws me to this movie is I kind of relate to that in some way. I'm
Mm-hmm. Yep,
Mr.
I can see
Fox is
that.
kind of
Me
just
too.
in his own head, like I already have the answer. I'm really just asking just because, like,
I
I'm
wonder
not
if
really gonna
we're
listen.
related. I wonder if we have the same character, the same character flaws. Yeah, I should probably
No,
not.
no.
I'm sitting back so far that I bet the microphone isn't catching me very well. There we go.
I mean, I can hear you.
We'll have to see what it records like afterwards.
I'm sure it will be the
Uh,
most quality.
Probably. I would think so. These Macs are actually pretty good. I was listening to the test microphone and earbud and it was coming out pretty good.
Oh, well, that's good.
Um, right after he did the scenic route of the shortcut, uh, I
Mhm.
I realize I'm going really slow. So like, yeah, let's talk about every single movement. That would take forever, obviously. So we're not going to do that. But we can't leave the
Dissect the movie
scene.
for 2 hours.
Yes,
I
we
just want
can't.
to say what?
What do you want to? What do you just want to say?
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, that's okay. We're still
I
finding our
just
groove.
want to say
We're
um
finding our groove.
that that scene where the shot is like panning across and they're running through Bogus's, or no, it's
Yeah.
not Bog, the farmer or whatever,
Yep.
and while it plays the Beach Boys song. One of my favorite shots in the movie. Like, I can imagine it's really difficult to have a moving camera in
Oh
a
my.
stop motion
Right.
where you're changing everything, but you're also moving the camera along frame by frame. And
Right.
if somehow they make it look smooth,
Yeah.
and also from what I learned from the commentary, you know how they're kind of close up and then they like go somewhere else and then they're like further away.
Mm-hmm.
But they kind of used a bit of optical illusion with that because they used smaller puppets to make it look like they were further away.
Oh.
So they're like large puppets. The large puppets disappear behind a fence or something. Then there's
Sure.
smaller puppets
Man,
before
there
becoming
was
large puppets again.
there was one scene, and I want to say it's coming up, because it was Ash. I'm pretty sure
Mm-hmm.
where the perspective, like your camera is back. I think it was
Mm-hmm.
when he and Christopherson are gonna go get Dad's tie back, and
Mm-hmm.
we see it from like the treats that the wife made, that the villain's wife made, and they
Yeah,
look so small. Like
they did the
Christopherson and
same thing
Ash
with
are
the
so
puppets.
small, and then you kind of see them come up, and it's just a really interesting, uh, maybe mind trick
Mm-hmm.
because. Like when we're first introduced and we're kind of getting to know everybody, I didn't think of the reality, I guess. Like, oh, these are probably really small animals. Like, you just kind of
Yeah.
set that aside. And then
Right.
we actually see some perspective later on, like compared to the humans, like even the size of the hole that they find where the animals dig, like it is tiny, right? Like it's not
Mm-hmm.
big. And that just puts you back into the mindset of like, oh, these are very small characters, and yet they're having a big story, right? And
Right.
it's the story is everything to them, but it might not mean that much to the entire world, which There's a line coming up that I think does that. I wanted to say, and you already did it, but when he says scenic route or shortcut, he does his first whistle and click, and like it's so epic, right? It's so
So good.
there's no overstating what it has meant to our family. That is one of the lines we quote without even saying a word, right? Just the whistle and click is what you quote, right? So we're gonna hear that multiple times.
What's that whistle and click sound you do? What are you talking about?
It's a trademark.
It's like my trademark.
I had it as my text message alert for quite a while. I think I still have it as an option. Yeah, that's a good one. Then we fast forward to 2 years later and we introduce Ash.
Ash is probably my favorite character in this.
I wanted to do
Just
some psychology
different.
testing with you. Some psychology testing into ways of how do you relate to him and his relationship with his father, and then you can tell me about your relationship with your father, and like all the expectations and all of the weirdness and all that kind of stuff. So give me like a minute on why Ash is so awesome.
Well, I think Ash is very autism coded.
Yeah, I can see that.
I can see myself in the way, like, I love the line where he's like, "Why are you wearing that? Like, why are you wearing a cape with your pants tucked into your socks?" He just spits on the floor and ignores him. Like, I feel like we've definitely had conversations like that.
Oh yeah, that is almost verbatim a conversation we've had. Why are you wearing that?
He's just different.
Yep. And the hand movement that people won't obviously see on the or listen to.
Yeah, I did it several times, even though.
But it's so like, yeah, it's almost a like he's shaping an hourglass kind of with his hands as he goes up, right? So there's kind of like a just different. And we'll find out later, like the wife will say it about Mr. Fox. He's different, and that's kind of fantastic, don't you think? And I think that's going to be an important line as you establish what is different and why is different something good kind of thing, right?
Right. And I love the anticlimax of when she tells him that, like, being different is fantastic. And then he says, "Yeah, I guess, but I'd rather be an athlete."
Rather be an athlete.
Yep. It's so like just a subtle flip of your expectations.
Oh,
like,
for sure.
It's so dry and
well,
really
maybe
funny.
That's why this one holds up for you, for me, for us. It takes a normal, quote unquote, normal plotline story and kind of makes you unsure of where you are in the story, right? So, introduction of character, some kind of trauma, some kind of conflict, some kind of resolution, right? Like 1, 2, 3, boom, boom, boom. And yet this one has a few more ups and downs of the roller coaster, maybe. Hey, it's resolved. Oh, it's not resolved.
Right.
Ooh.
So,
and then all of that.
Fun fact about that: the original story started with them in the tree and robbing the farmers, and then it ends with the dinner scene. So the part where they bought the tree and the part where it flooded and everything after that was added in.
Have you read the book?
I haven't, but I feel like I should. I gotta find it somewhere.
I was thinking I probably should too. Yeah.
But yeah, learning that from special features and
for sure
commentary and all that and whatnot. And I feel like you could make the argument like they're just adding fun that isn't necessary, but it really feels like it is necessary, you know?
I agree. Yeah. I didn't see anything that I was like, oh, you could have cut that little storyline. Like, and even to the point of these little 30-second clips of something that Wes Anderson loves to do, like as he's explaining the story, we get a background shot, or we get this is why they have the farm, or this is why he likes cider, or whatever the case may be. Like, I think all that just builds an incredible story, right? It's the way a mind works is pretty awesome. On the timeline, after we introduce Ash, Fantastic Mr. Fox eats his breakfast. And the reason I bring that up is because I just sent you not too long ago, I think. I sent you a clip I saw on Facebook that to film that or to get the audio for that,
That's right.
Clooney actually, George Clooney, who was acting as Mr. Fox, stuffed his mouth and did the
That's
like
so awesome.
to get that growl. So I love the realism of the sound of eating, right? The way a fox
Yeah.
would, I suppose.
And to add to that, the scene where they're like running through grass or anything like that, like they actually went outside and just recorded George Clooney,
Right.
you know? So it
Running
sounds
and
like it's a really authentic voice performance
oh,
because
absolutely.
they're
He's
trying to capture the live action feel by like
actually
actually
doing it.
having them do it.
Yep. The next scene that catches me, we're introduced to the attorney,
Mhm.
voiced by Bill Murray, and like he's another Wes Anderson staple, right? Like you're gonna hear from him in Royal Tenenbaums. You're gonna see him in that other one about Life Aquatic with
Life
Steve
Aquatic.
Zissou. I love that one.
All really good ones.
And his whole explanation brings up the Bogus Bunch and Beans. Like the
I
whole
love that song.
introduces the song. And it just so happens, like I really paid attention to this as he was they sit down as his attorney because he wants to buy a tree, right? He wants
Mhm.
to move. And he has a little radio tape player ish kind of thing. And it just so happens he has the song pulled up, right? He's like, well, let me explain it to you. Play. And then they sing the song. And then they
They
go
have a little
through
eerie little rhyme
the
about it, right?
right. Oh, I love that. If you were picking a ringtone,
August Buns
rather
and
than
Bean,
just a
one
text
fun, one
message
so
for the whistle
funny.
click, you could have that as a ringtone. That'd be pretty good.
I love
Yeah.
that scene. It's so like it's the peak dry humor where like you cussing with me.
Yep.
They
That's
get
next.
up,
Yep.
growl at each other, and then just sit down. A little bit of silence
Yep. By the tree.
just by the tree.
Yeah. Yep. There's such a inserting of the word cuss instead of actually cussing is really cool. Like I think that's pretty fun.
Yeah, yeah,
Next
yeah.
person
Go
we're
for it.
introduced to, or not person character.
Christopherson getting introduced.
Christopherson. Yes. Christopherson comes onto the
This is
scene.
also when we see the wife Felicity Fox painting the
Oh yeah.
landscapes. And I
And
want to say my interpretation of that.
with the
She
thunder.
has, yeah, beautiful landscapes, but there's always something
Hmm.
looming overhead,
That's really good.
something that's not quite right.
Right?
And then what fits in with the themes of the movie at the end when they have a sort of victory but not really, and
Right.
they're all stuck in the sewer. She has a landscape with a tornado instead.
Yeah.
It's just a different storm.
Oh, that's really good. I was trying to really focus on because he actually points it out, so we're meant to see it.
Hmm.
He
And they show up
mentions
all over their
like
house, like before that, even.
oh all the time, right? He points out like why I see you're still painting lightning storms, and
Hmm.
then she does a little bit of a why they're beautiful or something like that kind of thing.
I don't
So
think she explains it all. She just kind of
I thought
moves
she
on.
said
Like,
like I really enjoy them or something like that, but maybe I'm wrong. Yeah,
I
but
think
yeah,
it's just for us to guess.
well, and it obviously changes from lightning storm to tornadoes, and I think you're right on with saying there's something looming kind of idea.
Oh,
I thought
yeah.
this was really interesting at that point. She's painting. Christopherson does a perfect dive when Ash doesn't. And then, of course, the question, do you think I'm an
Remember
athlete?
to keep your tail tucked.
Do you think I'm an athlete? What? Why? Why do you ask it? Why are you asking that? I
What's
think
the subtext here?
that's a really interesting back and forth. And then I thought the wife's question to Mr. Fox, do you still feel poor?
Hmm. Less
And
so.
yeah, just less so. So we see Mr. Fox has some kind of hole, like
Hmm.
he's just trying to fill it with something, with having a bigger tree or whatever the case may be, right? All that kind of stuff.
Hmm.
Then we're standing next to so it's Mr. Fox and Kylie Is it Kylie?
Kylie,
The gopher, I
the
believe, right?
opossum.
Opossum. There you go. Yep.
Oh, little fun fact. That was based off Wes Anderson's Building Super, like when he
Mm.
was younger. So it's just based off like a person that randomly lived like in the same building.
How
And I
awesome
think
would
it's,
that be to
I
add to
know,
your like personal fact? Oh yeah, that possum in that one movie is about me. Yeah.
I love how Kylie just like lives with them for no reason. Like,
I picked up on that at the end. I don't think I
it's really
grabbed it
funny.
until then. Was he also the plumber?
Yeah, at the beginning with
Oh, that. Huh.
when the weasel voiced by Wes Anderson was like showing him the tree, yeah, that's where he gets introduced.
So then
And then
I
he's
guess
just there.
you could argue because he gets introduced as the super, which is like
Hmm.
the maintenance supervisor, the one that watches over the building or whatever. So
Hmm.
I guess you could argue like he just lives with them from here on out, kind of thing. But yeah. But I thought the question as they were standing right after the "Do you still feel poor?" It's just him and Kylie looking like we're looking at them, looking out over Bogus Bunch and Beans, and he asks, "Who am I, Kylie?" And he does. I think he actually uses the word. It's just an existential question. Like
Hmm.
he's still searching, right? We've accomplished the family, we've accomplished the house, and yet he's still questioning, who am I, and what is my existential purpose, and those kind of things, right?
If I may, there's a lot
Yeah.
of reasons why that scene is so good. Like, A, it looks great. Like, I love the dark blue backdrop behind them with the.
Oh yeah.
It sets up the plot. It sets
Yep.
up his character arc, and it's just like a little bit funny. Like,
Oh yeah.
who, how, what now?
Yeah. Kylie is paying no attention, right? Like
Kylie
so.
doesn't know what's going on.
Does he have the circles in his eyes as he's doing that? Like
Not
the
at this point, but he is
not yet,
definitely not.
not zoned in, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And yeah, it works on multiple levels because like it's relatable. Like, who am I? Like, what's my purpose?
Right.
And
Something we all ask.
it also sets up his whole arc and everything,
Yep.
and it's just funny,
Agreed. Agreed.
which is
The
yeah,
movie.
most of the scenes in this movie.
Right.
Now we move on to what's the next part in the movie?
Um,
The master plan,
the master plan,
phase one, part A or something.
and I don't know,
They,
I didn't have any notes just for the layout of the words, the
huh.
master plan overlay, but did they went from Bogus to Bunch to Beans, right? In
Hmm.
the entire master plan, and was the master plan as we were going through the action also, right? So would you say he's making the plan up as he goes, or it's all in his head and he just hasn't communicated it to the rest of the team?
I think it's all in his head, and he just isn't doing a good job of communicating. That seems like a Mr. Fox thing to do. Like later on in the movie, he says something about, "I got an idea." Okay,
Mhm.
what is it? Let's try it. Like,
That makes me think we should have like you're not the sports kid as much as a couple of my other kids. But like rank Mr. Fox as a head coach or like rank Mr. Fox as a leader. Do you think he's a good leader? Number one.
no, not
And
really,
really not, right? Because he falls short on communicating with the rest of his team,
for
obviously.
sure.
Right. Like he's creative, he's got the ideas, but he's unable or unwilling to share it with the rest of his team.
That being said, he does know how to organize a group of people and take charge and
Get a
all that
rousing
stuff.
speech, right?
Yeah, give a rousing speech.
He's got the halftime, let's win one for the Gipper kind of feel. That's for sure. Yeah.
He's just not great at communicating.
Right. One of my favorite things is next the science class. And the I thought you were my partner kind of line. That's
No,
one
you're
of my
not. It's
favorites.
loyal.
Right. I
I love that
love
part.
that. Why do you love it? I think I want to try to dissect why I love it as well, but start with you.
Ashes, just the line delivery of "No, you're not."
Mm,
You're disloyal.
right. Right.
I don't know. It just works so comedically the way the beaver kid just like messes up the experiment and it, he's like, ah! And also, this is a good example of the smoke coming from the messed up experiment, you know?
Mm-hmm.
They use like cotton, and I think that looks great. Like
Oh,
it's
absolutely.
a very creative use to make smoke,
Agreed.
which you don't like if you wouldn't pay attention, it would just be like, oh yeah, it was smoke or whatever. But
Right.
if you notice it, it's like, oh, that's cool.
Would this be a good time to go down a rabbit trail of Jason Schwartzman, who is Ash? And
Hmm.
when you said the line, it almost made me like you did a very good impression, if you will.
Oh, thanks.
No, you're not. You're just disloyal. Like he has some great delivery. I can't
Hmm.
imagine how hard it is to be a voice actor, but the delivery of a couple of lines as Ash makes me really enjoy him. And then I would go even further to enjoy him because he's in one of our favorites, the Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, yep.
He's the final ex-boyfriend.
Yes, yep. And
Hmm.
then obviously, yeah, he's just got a tie with Wes Anderson in a bunch
Hmm.
of different films.
Rushmore.
Grand Budapest Hotel, he's in there.
Yep. Hmm. Yeah, he's great.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to compliment the voice acting for a bit. Like
Mm,
George Clooney, I can't imagine anybody else in that role. Jason
right.
Schwartzman does amazing
Mhm.
as Ash, of course. Meryl Streep is the mom. Interestingly enough, in the commentary, Wes Anderson said she's like the most underused character, actually,
Huh, that is
which
interesting.
I can kind of see.
Yeah,
But she does really good with the character as well.
that's
And yeah.
I don't think I knew that it was her. Like that would be one
Huh.
out of all
Yeah.
the other voices, I think like you can very clearly, oh yeah, that's George Clooney. Oh yeah, that's
Hmm.
Jason Schwartzman. Like her, I don't think I placed immediately in my head, like looking it up, like, oh yeah, that makes sense. But she's
Right.
just not one that has that distinctive a voice, I wonder, or
Hmm. Yeah.
something like those lines.
It also speaks to her ability as a voice actor to not just be like super recognizable, but kind of disappear
Right.
into the character a little bit.
Agreed. Did you ever watch Best in Show? Um,
No, but that's like I've heard of that. It's like a
I
mockumentary, right?
It's really funny. It's really dry. It's really slow. You got to be prepared to maybe fall asleep at a couple times or something like that. But it's just so clever, right? It's our type of humor. I think you would enjoy that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta watch that.
Speaking of
Anyway.
which, me and Caleb watched Napoleon Dynamite this week. Yeah.
Oh, that's so good.
Oh
That
yeah.
kind of has a little bit of a similar humor to Wes Anderson's, I would say.
I could see that.
Dynamite.
Right. Wes Anderson is so distinct, though. It's amazing. Like
Yeah.
you can just spot one of his films immediately, right? Yeah. The next part is the chicken thief. Doesn't he tell him how, like, you got to be a chicken thief, you got to bite the neck like this, and and then what
It's
I
so
thought,
grisly. There's blood and everything.
right? What I thought was really good about this scene, the wolf gets the first mention.
What?
And I,
Wolf, where?
Yeah, like he just immediately goes into the I don't know, I'm not scared of him. I have a phobia. And I wondered
Which
what you
makes no
were
sense.
right. Like there's no rationality to what a phobia is there. So what is with the wolf? Like what do you think? Like what does it
Hmm.
represent? What is it? What are we doing with the wolf?
Well, if I can get a little ahead of myself here,
Oh
the
boy.
ending, the last scene where they see
Spoiler
the
alert.
wolf, that's like the best scene in the movie.
Oh yeah.
Because that's him coming to terms with his wild animal, like who
Ooh.
he is.
Yep.
Like, it's both a funny scene and also it means everything. The wolf represents his inner self almost.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And maybe this phobia of wolves could be like he's irrationally afraid of that.
Mm-hmm.
Am I getting at anything, or am I just saying nonsense?
Oh, like there's no wrong answer, like because we're not Roald Dahl, right? And I guess, or we're not Wes
Right.
Anderson.
Well, we get
So
to take our own interpretation from it as well.
which makes it art, right? Of course, if you
Yeah.
can do your own interpretation. I guess I'd be interested to hear if they mentioned anything in the commentary about the wolf, but even before that, to make my assumption, if you were to say what the big battle is in this movie. I had a writing class somewhere along the way that said every story is either man versus man, man versus self, or man versus God.
Mm-hmm.
That's the crux of every conflict, if you will. And it'd be pretty easy to say, like, this is man versus man, or you know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean, like fox versus man. But I think the real story is man versus self.
Yeah,
Fantastic
for
Mr. Fox
sure.
versus himself, coming to grips with, am I a wild animal or am I a civilized person or civilized
Mm-hmm.
creature, I guess.
Yeah.
And so, isn't the wolf representing uncivilized, wild animal, all of these kind of things? And Mr. Fox is scared of being that. And maybe even
Hmm.
more so, he's scared of not being that
Mm.
because he
Yeah.
wants to be the wolf. He
Right.
wants to be wild and carefree, but he isn't.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe even he's blessed with the ability to do what he does.
Mm-hmm.
And so that ability is not only a good thing, but it's somewhat limiting as well.
Maybe what he becomes is a bit of both. I don't
Right?
know.
I think
Maybe that's what he has. Maybe there's not a distinctive, just like there's not a distinctive win or loss at the end. There's
right.
not a for sure I am this, because
I'm the
honestly,
wolf
that's
today.
what the human reality is.
Right,
We all
right.
have to kind of come to terms with that.
Yep, I'm tracking. I think you're onto something there because, yeah, the reconciliation isn't a full figuring out. It's just a kind of sorta.
Mm-hmm.
And isn't that what his phobia of the wolf is? Like,
Mm.
how about this? It's something he can't completely figure out because he wants to
Mm.
figure everything out.
Right.
And so this dichotomy is something that he's going to have to live with, this battle between civilization and wildness.
Right. The wolf could also just represent, I don't know, something beautiful that
Mm.
we don't understand, like
Mhm.
nature or something.
Something uncontainable.
Yeah.
Because maybe we'll have to dive into this at the very end and we'll get there if we can. But the wolf is even drawn oddly or differently than
Mm-hmm.
them. He's definitely like there's a skinniness to him, right? And so it's kind of a scrawniness in the belly, but there's also like a roughness to his edges almost. And I
Mm-hmm.
wonder if that's just simply being uncivilized. There's a pretty distinct, it doesn't look like the rest of them kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah. I like the design of the wolf though. It's very
That'd be a
just
great
kind of
poster.
funny.
That'd be a great
That's
poster.
yeah, that's true. So
Mm-hmm.
he can like do stuff like I'm recording a podcast. Sorry, that's Sam.
Hey, Sam. Uh,
We can just edit that part out.
or leave it
Um,
in. Say hi to Sam. Sam.
say hello to Sam, everybody.
Everybody. We got the master plan phase 2. So I've
Right.
actually wrote that it
He
was
brings along Christofferson.
right
Uh, they have a really funny. Oh, Rat gets introduced.
in the
They
bunts area, right? In the bunts,
with the cider.
right?
They get caught by Mrs. Fox. They get shot out, and they have to dig.
Not yet. I don't think, do they?
Right. They rob. Or no.
I think
Bean
you skipped a couple
is.
things. Wait, you
You're
skipped
right.
a
You're right.
couple things because you skipped over Whackbat, the introduction of Whackbat,
That's true. Whackbat.
right?
That's a great scene.
Right.
Just ridiculously complicated rules.
And
Uh,
Christopherson figures it out like immediately. And we
Got it.
also get a tiny little glimpse of Owen Wilson, another
Yeah.
Wes Anderson favorite, as the Wildcat coach.
I find it really weird that in like all the posters and like marketing for this movie, Owen Wilson is like in the top cast when he's just in that
Huh,
one scene.
I didn't realize that. That is interesting. Yeah.
And I guess it's just because he's famous. But if I can give another fun fact,
Yeah, go for it.
that little scene with Owen Wilson, like he just recorded it in a day, like
I was gonna ask you
and
that.
like
Like,
emailed it to Wes Anderson.
I would like to know how long that took him and what the context was and that kind of thing.
And then they made his like puppet after Owen Wilson recorded his lines and stuff.
That's
So his
interesting.
character wasn't even going to be in the movie.
Right. Could have easily got edited or cut or something like that. Yeah. But it's a great little scene and it just it further identifies Christopherson is closer to perfect than Ash is, right? And so we're separating those characters further and further.
For sure. And it comes back in the end in a really great way.
Oh, definitely. Whackbat makes another appearance, right?
Hotbox.
So then what you said, subs Christopherson. Oh, no, that's in Whackbat. He subs out. I wrote that he subs out Ash and puts in Christopherson, but that's in Whackbat, not in the thieving yet, or not in the master plan. And then we have a scene where they're sitting at a supper table, I think, and Ash has his trophy right next to him.
I think that was my senior quote, actually.
This is a trophy I won.
This is just some trophy I won for being an athlete. I think I put that as my senior quote.
How many people caught on to that when you put that?
Probably just Sam.
Probably.
Probably most people probably didn't understand the reference.
That's probably true, right? And then we have beans. Then the part
right.
where
That's with the apple cider.
And there's the rat, right?
And there's rat. Willem Dafoe does like a southern accent, sort of.
That's so good, and
you don't even recognize him as Willem Dafoe.
I didn't either. No.
Which is crazy because he has such a distinctive voice.
Between him and Meryl Streep, those were the ones I wouldn't have picked up on if I wouldn't have looked at
Yeah.
I don't think. Is this when he gets? Because I have written tails don't grow back, and so they must have had the emergency meeting between Bogus Buns and Beans, and then
that's after the cider,
the ambush,
and then the shootout,
right?
And then Dig.
And he lost his tail, but even before Dig,
he gets his tail shot off.
He gets his tail shot off, and then she says to him, I'll read the full quote here. Can I talk with you privately? And they go, Mr. and Mrs. Fox go to the other area of the hole that they dug. You made a promise, and he responds, because I am a wild animal. Like, why couldn't you?
That ties into that theme again.
Right. And so, and then the conversation ends with, she says to him, we all die unless you change. And I thought that was very important in the way of survival equals changing or being different. I didn't even mean to say it that way, but being different is survival. How about that? Too bad we can't show video on the podcast.
Yeah, we just did the different hand thing.
Right.
If you couldn't, well, you can't see that, but
you can't see it. And then we have a conversation between Christopherson and Ash, and I don't know. No, I think this is between. I didn't write who it was between, but I know Ash responds with, "I'm gonna put dirt in my ears. I can't hear you now, but keep talking."
That's so funny,
Mr. Fox. That's with the dad.
That's with Mr. Fox.
Right. Have you ever done that when I am trying to talk to you and you?
Hold on, let me just put mud in my ear. I can't hear you now, but keep talking. So such great dialogue.
I loved it, and I wanted to know, like, did you hear anything from the commentary? We could even look it up, I suppose. Like, who adapted or who did
the screenplay was written / adapted by Wes Anderson and Noah Baumbach.
Okay. What else are they known for?
Well, we know Wes Anderson, obviously, but Noah Baumbach did Marriage Story recently a movie called Jay Kelly.
Hmm.
I
Oh,
believe
that's the
he,
one with George Clooney again, right?
yeah, oh yeah, that's right. I
Mm-hmm.
believe he did a few Wes Anderson movies and a few like Greta Gerwig movies, but
Okay.
yeah, one of his big things is dialogue.
Mm-hmm.
So
And you can
I
tell,
mean,
like, just the
yeah,
way back and forth here is so good.
for sure.
Then it's The Siege Begins. I wrote that The Siege Begins. Mom to Ash says, there's something different about your father, da 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 da, but
Hmm.
there's something kind of fantastic about that, she says.
Hmm.
And hence our title, right? Hence the
Yeah,
name of the
I'd
book.
rather be an athlete.
Yes.
Which I guess Ash kind of fulfills that in the end when he does the whack bat thing,
Right,
dodging the bullets,
right.
and fitting through the bars because he's
Hmm.
little.
Right. So he's going to display his characteristics of being an athlete,
Hmm.
but in a special way. Speaking of songs or things that you should have as your ringtone, we get Petey's song, the montage,
It's a good one.
the kind of folksy-ish and just
Lots of banjo.
a lot of banjo. And you don't see a lot of banjo in other movies as much, right?
Unfortunately,
Right, there should be more. This is our call to have more banjo in movies.
the soundtrack or the score has a lot of banjo in it, and it sounds great. The
Right.
you know,
I looked up the composer. What do you know about Alexandre Desplat?
Alexandre Desplat. He's
Desplat.
great. He's done a
Oscar
lot of
winner,
Wes Anderson.
seven-time Academy Award nominated.
Oh yeah, the Oscars like him a lot.
Yeah.
He just got nominated for Frankenstein, so
Oh,
yeah.
I'm seeing quite a few movies that I would probably know that we would be fans of. It looks like he did, yeah, Frankenstein more recently, King's Speech, Argo, Asteroid City. So he's worked with Wes Anderson
Hmm.
several times, it looks like.
I really enjoy his
Huh,
score from Isle of Dogs also.
he did that one as well. This is out of all of them that I'm looking at so far, probably the one that I am most surprised by. You know, these are a lot of like artful, full
Uh-huh.
movies. Secret Life of Pets 2. One of these things is not like
Oh,
the other.
I feel like I heard that before. But
That's really interesting.
why did he do that?
I don't know.
I mean,
Some
why
fans,
did they hire him? I don't know.
if it's not that great of a movie, you just got to go all in on the composer, I guess. Like,
I guess. I mean, Hans Zimmer has done lots of random DreamWorks
oh yeah,
movies, like
there's gonna be random.
so. You know,
Ooh, he also did one episode of the Wildcrats in 2013.
that is awesome.
Yes, we gotta look that one up. We gotta just
Just
listen
one
to the,
episode.
yes, just the one episode. Wow, that's, wonder how you fall into a couple of random ones like that. Like if you're so well known and so into it. But hey, you do you, man.
Yeah, good job,
Yeah,
Alexandre.
good job.
You're doing great, buddy.
Yeah, keep it up. If you want to make a couple of
Wildcrats to Oscar
Wildcrats.
winning.
Whatever. That's good. I love
You
you too,
know,
but I shouldn't have married you is the next line or one of the next lines.
I love that waterfall scene.
Yeah.
It looks so good, and just the him describing how he needs to be a quote unquote fantastic Mr. Fox, like impress
Yes.
everybody. It's so
Meaningful.
yeah, meaningful and relatable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
There's a lot going
just
on
a
in there, right?
just a great
Especially,
scene.
we skipped over this a long time ago. But doesn't it happen kind of here too that there's a different lighting almost on the character? Because obviously he says really early on, you're almost glowing, and
Hmm.
she glows. But doesn't that one have kind of the same clip or
During
the
the
same
waterfall
idea?
scene.
Yeah, I thought that was in there, but maybe I'm.
No, but at the end in the supermarket, they do that
Then
again.
they're glowing again. Okay.
Yeah.
By the way, I am just scrolling through the photos on IMDb to try to find that waterfall that you're talking about, and it is incredible. Like to see behind the scenes, they're holding the puppets or they're putting the
Yeah.
stop motion in place. Like that is really impressive.
I don't know, like, it took so long to do it,
Oh, it
and
had to.
like, it looks like real water, but they used, what was it, like saran wrap? Yeah,
Yeah. Wow.
that's crazy.
Oh, here's a great photo of the wolf that I should screenshot and send to you. Like it just looks so cool.
I love that wolf scene.
I should
It's a
put that on a
standout.
coffee mug for you or something. That'd be pretty cool.
A coffee mug with the red apple with stars on it.
That's a good idea.
Are we done, like, describing the movie, moving along? Because we've kind
Well,
of jumped around a little bit.
a little bit, but there's like
Or do you have anything left to say?
as far as the timeline goes, it's the rat versus the fox. It
That's
was
right. Rat's death scene.
right, and I wanted to really, I don't know, spend time on, but
Yeah, yeah.
dissect the phrasing that I think Christopherson says it to Mr. Fox, redemption. And then Mr. Fox says, redemption? Sure. But in the end, he's just another dead rat in a garbage can behind a Chinese restaurant. And I just almost started crying just
Really?
because I don't know why exactly. Just
Interesting.
the detailed description of oblivion and kind of the fear of just fading into the sunset with no deeper meaning other than yeah, he's just a rat in a can behind a Chinese restaurant, like almost brr, a nihilistic sort of view, right? Like yeah, whatever,
Mm.
like doesn't matter anyways. And I just found that really interesting as the battle between not only good and evil, as far as like humans versus animals, I suppose, but the battle between Mr. Fox's search for purpose or his fight of being civilized versus being a wild animal. So all of that wrapped up in just his sarcastic response of what the rat was going to face now.
I was gonna ask you, like, do you think that was kind of just a throwaway funny line, or did it mean anything?
Which is good art. Like they might not have meant it, right? They probably was
Yeah,
meant
that's
to
the
be a
thing. Like,
throwaway thing, and I just took like a huge view of it or whatever.
and
Because,
and maybe that was the intent, that it
yeah,
was,
maybe.
and that's part of what's so cool about observing art, that you don't know, you get to decide.
Oh, absolutely. Right. At this point, I would like to have a specific, like every movie we watch, we can plant this flag that I'm about to say. Like, this is a point. This is almost without fail.
Hmm.
I fell asleep. Like that happens at every movie, right? And
When did you fall asleep in this movie?
I did right here, like at that redemption, like right after the redemption thing, which I always find interesting because I tend to fall asleep with the climax, like right at the peak point, but I fought falling asleep for so long and then I gave in at that point. So I missed most of the Latin names,
That seems hilarious.
right?
With
I thought that was really
another
interesting.
Beach Boys, I get around, round,
Yeah,
round.
what a weird choice for
But
the
it somehow
soundtrack.
fits.
Oh,
It
absolutely. Like,
somehow
what
fits
is that?
perfectly.
Yeah. So the Latin names, just to was that him showing off, Mr. Fox showing off knowing the Latin names kind of thing?
Um, I'm gonna go with, he's starting to recognize. Maybe he is showing off a little bit, but I
Right.
think that scene is showing he's recognizing other people have abilities as
Oh,
well.
that growth.
Because this is the part where he's changed now.
As the wife asked him to be, right?
Hmm.
We
And
die in
he's
this city.
saying, it's not just me, we're a team.
Right.
I'm gonna list everybody's Latin names. their abilities.
And then we get the second toast with the fake throwing down of the glass. Like he just throws
Actually, that
nothing.
was that before?
That was
Or is
here.
that
I have it listed as right after
all right?
the Latin
I'll
names.
take
So.
your word for it.
And then Master Plan B, and then and
Go for broke rescue mission.
we're rescuing you. I've got mixed feelings about that. I
I don't
love
blame you.
that
Oh,
line.
and Christopherson got captured because
Oh
they
yes.
tried to steal the tie, which
Yep.
is Mr. Fox's tail.
Yep. We kind of skipped over that part
But
too quickly.
if you've seen the movie, you know.
Right.
We're just going through to talk about the different parts in the movie that we like and stuff.
Oh, now
Really.
you're describing what we're doing?
I don't know. I have ADHD. My head is all over the place.
Yeah, I wonder if we should edit all these into just random clips so we jump back and forth and back and forth. As much as I try to keep you on a timeline. This is Elijah talking about the beginning. This is Elijah talking about the end. This is Elijah talking about the middle.
It's like if Christopher Nolan had a podcast.
Mm. Mm-hmm. It would look a lot like
Christopher Nolan and Charlie Kaufman.
wouldn't it look like Memento or the one where he tattoos on his arm and it's just jumping back and forth and back
Yeah.
and forth?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So
So,
then the wolf, the final one there, he asks the wolf like three questions.
do you have them written down?
I don't, but I could look them up, or I was wondering if you remember them off the top of your head.
So, one of them is like, where did you come from, right?
I think so.
What are
Does
you
he?
or who
Yeah,
are
doesn't
you?
he starts with, yeah, where did you come from? And then something about like it's been unseasonably warm or something like that, isn't it? And it's just like
Yeah, yeah.
a really random
Or are
odd.
we in for a tough? Do you think we're in for a
Oh,
tough winter?
yes,
He
that's what it
says he
is.
doesn't know, or something like that.
I
Also,
love
he says
that.
the Latin names. He points to the wolf and says, Canis lupus, bulpus bulpus.
Right, right. Like, what is that? What is I'm just so wowed by his maybe it's his inability to stay silent and to just look
Hmm,
at it, or maybe it's he has to fill the void and talk about it.
hmm.
Like I'm just wowed by it. Do you want to hear him or do you want to go
Yeah,
ahead?
yeah, go for it.
It starts with Mr. Fox on a motorcycle speaking to the wolf off on a distant range. Where did you come from? What are you doing here? I don't think he speaks English or Latin. Rendezvous. I'm gonna butcher the what does he do? Italian here?
I
Latin?
think it's like French.
French? Pensez-vous que l'hiver sera vous? And then he goes aside to Chris and Kylie. I'm asking if he thinks we're in a hard winter.
That's right.
I have a phobia of wolves. What a beautiful creature. Wish him luck, boys.
Good luck out there.
And then the fist in the air. What an interesting scene. We're
Hmm.
building up for that, right? Like that's what it all comes to. Yeah,
That is the soul of the movie. Like
I think so.
that's what it's all about,
I think
you
so.
know?
There's certain movies where I forget which one is it. There's one that I just listened to a podcast about, and it was basically saying the whole movie was set up for this one question
Hmm.
that the father wanted to ask the son, or something like that.
Hmm.
And this is kind of some of the same thing, right? We're built up so that he can have that conversation with the wolf.
Hmm.
Hmm. I don't know if I believe that actually, as I say that out loud. It might be built more for father and son kind of discussion between Ash and Mr. Fox, but
I think that's part of it. But the main thing is
the wolf.
Mr. Fox's self and his growth. And I
Agreed.
think the wolf is the final look at that,
Yep,
you know?
I'm
And
with you.
it really wouldn't tie together as well without it, even though plot wise it seems to come out of nowhere and
Right.
not have anything to do with it. But it's so I don't even know what to say. Like that scene is just one of my favorite.
It's so
scenes because
otherworldly, right?
yeah, so
Mm-hmm.
otherworldly and
Mm-hmm.
something that the characters don't understand and we don't quite understand, but
Mm-hmm.
it's
Mm-hmm.
something that means so much at the same time.
Agreed. It's a big one.
Yeah.
The final thing is
The
dancing in the
supermarket
supermarket.
with
Mm-hmm.
a great ending song.
Oh yeah.
And by the way, something I picked up on once when he's giving the toast, which is a great speech. I think we already talked about that a little bit,
Right.
but everybody has apple juice boxes except for
Mm.
Ash, who has a grape juice box.
Ah, good
Because Ash is,
catch.
different.
That's really good. I would
So
really
just a little
like.
detail for people to pick up on.
Yep. That's what we're trying to help. That's why we do the podcast, so that people can pick up on those things. Yep. So we can help them. I'm trying to find his final toast because you mentioned it pretty early on,
hmm
but just they say this, they say da, da, da. Oh, they say the apples are fake, but they got
hmm
stars. They say this isn't real, but at least this. And then his final thing is, but at least we'll eat together. And
hmm
I wonder if that's even part of what we're growing toward, that it's about them as a family, as a community being
Right.
together, something like that.
And it's about, even though like it's not perfect, problems
Hmm.
haven't been entirely solved, but
Right,
at least we are surviving and at least we will
right,
continue, which is
right.
so resonant and speaking to get a little theological and whatnot,
Hmm. Hmm.
speaking to what we are on earth here.
Right. Made for community.
Right.
So I have his entire quote. Do you want me to do the whole thing, or is
Go
that?
for it.
They say all foxes are slightly allergic to linoleum, but it's cool to the paw. Go ahead, try it. They say my tail needs to be dry cleaned twice a month, but now it's fully detachable. See? They say our tree may never grow back, but one day something will.
Oh, I love
Yes.
that part. But one day something will.
Yes, these crackles are made of synthetic goose, and these giblets come from artificial squab, and even these apples look fake, but at least they have stars on them. I guess my point is, we'll eat tonight, and we'll eat together. And even in this not particularly flattering light, you are without a doubt the five and a half most wonderful wild animals I've ever met in my life. So let's raise our boxes to our survival. And then they dance.
Not gonna lie, just you reading that got me a little emotional, actually.
That's funny because this morning I read her the Samwise Gamgee quote, and she started tearing up too. Like, it's amazing what movies do to our family.
I know.
Yes,
I
yeah.
think what's so great about this podcast, I mean, just being able to discuss movies,
Not to toot our
because
own horn, but
no, this
be,
podcast, like, it's okay, but what
what movies give
really,
an avenue to, right? What movies
yeah,
give an avenue
what
to.
movies give an avenue to discussion.
Yeah,
And I think movies are the best art form because it combines visual, sound, writing,
right.
like all of the different things to create one thing that can be really beautiful and spark lots of discussion.
That should go on your resume. Like, you better write that down. Like, what do I want to aim for? I want that. I want to be able to use all of those different elements to spark discussion. I think that's a pretty good mission statement right there for you.
Yeah, and I
Good
think
job, dude.
Fantastic Mr. Fox is just, honestly, I don't care if this sounds hyperbolistic, but just it's just a masterpiece, you know?
Mm-hmm. No, I'm with
Like
you. Yep.
it's so good.
I agree. I agree. I'm not as much there as you are, but I'm
hmm
there.
Yeah.
It's obviously in my, I don't know, ranking is so weird now, right? Like, depending on the mood and the situation and all that kind of stuff. But it's in my rewatchable like
hmm
category. Like, yeah, I'd sit down and watch this again. I think it's just amazing to have something that you can put on without fear of overdoing it, kind of thing.
Hmm.
Granted, the rest of our family, like if we tried to watch it again, I think the rest of our family would get sick of it. So, yeah,
I wouldn't,
I know. Yeah.
but that's me.
Yep.
But you know, the great thing about movies is everybody has a different experience with them.
Right.
So one person can love this movie, one person can just say it's good,
Yep. Yep.
and they're both right.
Yep. That's well said. All right.
Any
Fantastic, Mr. Fox.
love it. The best movie ever.
You would have to say, if we're going to stick to our format, you would have to say, watch this or don't watch this.
Don't watch it.
Yeah. You know, after
It's okay.
everything we said, like, they just
No.
listened to our rant about it, so they don't need to watch it. Like, we just
No.
recapped the entire thing.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
So
watch it again.
they should probably
Watch it
watch it
again
first.
and listen so that you hear my voice in your head when you're watching it.
There you go. Like Elijah told me to watch out for this.
Because yeah. So for the next podcast, which will happen theoretically, what movie are we covering, Dad? Father?
Do you want, we should go back to somewhere. I remember I found your top list.
Or do you want me to pick or?
No, you got to pick this one.
Yeah, that's why I was asking you.
So it'd be on me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I got a good one off of my
All right.
list. How about Goonies?
Ooh, perfect.
Is that a good one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is a good one.
All right, let's do Goonies next.
Awesome.
All right.
Okay, so watch Fantastic Mr. Fox, we both say.
Yes, watch this, watch this, watch this. Times 10, times 30, times 50.
Or
Watch it 50 times.
7.5 Fox watch this is
Oh yeah, 7 years. Yes.
whatever it is.
Wonder how many times it is. Yeah. All
Well,
right. Love you,
end
pal.
of podcast.
Yep.
Love you, Dad.
Bye.